Hello and welcome to Create Your Side Grind Income Plan. I wanted to thank you all for taking the time to join me. And I know you're wondering or asking, how do I help you start an online business from a side job, side grind, a side hustle? And I will show you how later on in this presentation. I'm your host, and I am the owner of LMJohnsonCoaching.com. My website is located also at bossresumes.com. Please look at my book and view it. It is called 101 Strategic Job Search Marketing Steps. It does not have its own website, but it is sold at both LMJohnsonCoaching.com and bossresumes.com. So you can hit the shop tab and to make the purchase. Also, if you stay with me to the end of this course, end of this webinar, I will offer you a free gift. And it could be a coaching session, it could be the book, it could be an audio book, it could be a discount on a resume, cover letter, a course, a future webinar. You won't know until you stick to the end of this webinar. What we will discuss is how you're going to change your mindset to solve the issues of and getting over the fear of goal setting for creating that side job and taking it to an online business from step 1 through step 12. This actually is me. I'm your goal strategist. I have 4 children, 2 grandchildren. I'm a certified professional resume writer. I have, did I say 4 children and 2 grandchildren? I did. I am also a career coach, a life coach, and a small business entrepreneurship coach. I've been in business for over 16 years, working in healthcare, law enforcement, both city and county government, as well as education as an early childhood teacher. I love creating job search marketing tools and assisting job seekers with creating a strategic plan to get the job that they want. Not just apply for a position. I strategically place you on paper, and I also get that mindset where you are comfortable and confident in presenting your job search marketing tools and yourself when you need to interview or to network. Here, if I know you have a brilliant idea, and you could turn that idea into an online business in 10 days. You go from idea to paper to vision. You will be able to, as a small business entrepreneur, start up and launch. You need to brainstorm, journal about your options, scope out the competition, know your dream client, and learn the market and launch. Brainstorming is important to get that product out, and you can do it in 10 days so that you can enjoy shopping and that lifestyle that you want. Going from an idea to paper to visions strategically planned takes you there. How does it work? If you follow the 12 steps in this planner, seek advice, ask questions, there's no doubt in yourself you will be able to succeed in starting up. So you have to have in your mind that a plan without works is not going to work. So I can help you get started with turning that idea into an online business in 10 days. Create your side hustle, and you have to remember you might not be ready to quit your job right now. You shouldn't have to, because there are, for whatever reason that financially that you cannot, or you have fears, then you have to overcome them fears and then proceed with putting your best foot forward to let go of the permanent job that you currently have, or being fully dependent or dependent upon the side hustle, the side grind that you are about to turn into an online business. You can still begin to open that business on the side. Open your own business. And I'm huge on that. This webinar, it includes a planner. It also has 12 action steps. I want you to get your pen and paper ready. Take out your cell phones to record. Take notes. And I want you to dream big and prepare yourself to put these things into action. It is possible to plan a business, but it takes work. It takes creativity. You always have to have an open mind and follow the action plans. If someone is mentoring you and coaching you, it's because it is already a tried and tested occurrence, tried and tested formula. Follow the actions of the mentor and the coach, and you will be in no time opening up that online business. There's 12 steps again to this planning of your online business. I've broken them up into 3 parts. Part 1 and that video or course would include step 1 through step 5. Part 2 would include step 6 through step 8. And the third video or course will include part 3, which is step 9 through step 12, and then your launch. That would include your startup. Part 1 through 12 would be your startup to your launch. And that's for what you will learn. You're going to learn how to turn the side grind into an online business in 12 steps. We already know that. It's going to take about 10 days. It can't take less, because you can open up a business in 5 minutes. But I want you to follow these steps so that you have all the steps down packed. If you need to follow them, if you have the ability to follow them sooner, then by all means go ahead and do so. How you will learn actually how to gain empowerment from motivation while learning to put your ideas on paper, and then you will be taking action. You will also learn as an entrepreneur, because that's what you are becoming, which is a risk taker. You're going to learn how to create that business from startup to launch. You will learn that coaching, it not only motivates you, it guides you to make sure that strategic plan, those goals are attainable and they're met. So you're held accountable by the coach. You're held accountable by this video if you follow through with it. So in order to get it up and running, take action, take off. I also want you to learn that starting a business online is a vision, it is in works, and that it is affordable and attainable. A lot of people do not think so, but it is. Here's a list of businesses that I formed. And I know that you probably are tired of working in a corporate environment or whatever work environment that you are in, having to work for someone else, blue collar, white collar, doesn't matter. I know you're tired of working for someone else. You can do it. If I can start all of these businesses except the first business, which was never online. The businesses after the Simply Beautiful Nails, which was a brick and mortar. The rest were online, brick and mortar. The resume writing services were brick and mortar locations, as well as at home and online. Boss Resumes and Cover Letter Service Down are currently in operation. Agape Resume Service, SCAT, taken from me. My domain name got taken from me by my competitor, and you have to be careful of that. He waited until it expired and snatched it up within a month. So this is when the internet is learning things. Businesses are coming about. Everybody is beginning to swarm to the internet. And a lot of the protocol for intellectual property had not been able to be protected. And so he thinks he got away with it, but he actually didn't. But it was a local Chicago competitor that stole the domain name, completely knocked me out of business online, because that was my domain name, agaperesumeservice.com. LM Call Support Services is an at-home call center. I also recruit as well as work for my own company, answering inbound Fortune 500 companies, customer service tech, and I believe, service calls. That is online, but you actually do the work at home. LMJohnson Coaching is my life, business, and career coaching that supplements the Boss Resumes and Cover Letter service. I had already been career coaching at the beginning of that business that started in 2006. Boss Resume started in 2007. 2006 is when I started the first resume writing service. And so I had been career coaching since then. I am a certified professional resume writer again. And so that supplements that business. 101 Strategic Job Search Marketing Steps is an online, it actually is online on Facebook, but it's the book that I have written because of my experiences as a job seeker and as a resume writer and a career coach. I was able to come up with this master plan for how I job seeked and how I recommended my customers to apply for employment and the steps to take to get there. So it turned out to me to be a fantastic formula to get in the hands of other job seekers. And at that time, the job market, the housing market had all crashed beginning in 2007, 2008. So 2012, I began writing the book. 2013 is when the book was finally copywritten, or copyright with the U.S. Department of Congress. We Own Academy. That is a website online, that is a marketplace for social media influencers to create a mini course and sell it. A lot of the influencers are already, marketing themselves on their videos, and the videos are them and they're free videos, but they can, at this site, create a mini course of services that they probably have not, shown to the public yet. And that would be an excellent place for learners to go to find, like, guitar lessons, hair weaving, hair and nail designs or creation. Started that for that reason. Kita Inez is a makeup line, started this year. So I say this to say what? These are businesses that I formed on my own, whether they are brick and mortar, at home, online. I formed them, came up with the names, the logos, colors, websites, installing plugins and selecting my own website content, creating my own content, writing my own blogs. I did that. If I can do it, you can too. And so if you follow the steps, you will be able to open an online business because it is affordable and the goals are attainable. So we're going to move into create your side grind, step one. How you turn your favorite passion or hobby into a lucrative side hustle, side grind, side gig. You're going to turn how are you going to what is your passion? What is your hobby? I know that you're tired of working for a big boss in a large business environment. We already know that. They don't appreciate you. They don't appreciate your talents, and you know that you can do it better, but why should you give them that information if they're not going to pay you well or treat you well? I've been there, and which is the reason why I started my own business. And you're here because you came to the realization that you're not treated well by that large employer and that you want to take your ideas and start a business online. So now is the time for you to find a quiet place this weekend where you won't be interrupted and put your planning hat on to figure out the best strategy for building this new business. It's one thing to daydream about finding that freedom and how wonderful it will be to be responsible for yourself. But it's another thing to entirely become that solopreneur, that entrepreneur, that freelancer, that contractor, because you have to be responsible for marketing, customer retention. That means selling to the customer one time and bringing them back. You want them to be recurrent, come back when you bring in new products, innovated the products, have sales. You want them to refer customers to you. And you also are responsible for getting the work done, getting it done properly and on time. So this planner is meant to exercise the brain, your brain, and to be creative. It's meant to get you to dig deep, to uncover your unique qualifications for starting that business that you want. And you're going to discover who your dream client is. So that person, that figure that you want to sell to, who needs and desperately needs your services and your products, they have to be willing to pay the good money for the value you give. So that means that you have to be confident in the value that you are giving someone. You're not just selling the product, you are selling value. So we're starting at the beginning where we're going to narrow down your focus so you're creating a business you love instead of one you dread. And then we'll move through multiple planning stages, which all build upon each other. So you have a sturdy foundation for your business when you open your virtual doors. It is possible to plan this amazing business in just 10 days, lesser time than that. But it's going to take work, it's going to take creativity and open mind, and you have to follow the action steps that are in this planner that we will be planning to succeed together. I don't want you to be intimidated by the entire process. It's broken down. We have the planner at the website where you can purchase it. And if you have any questions, you can call me. Write an email at client@LMJohnsonCoaching.com, and I will help you through it. So embrace this process. Do get excited by it and get out of the comfort zone so that you can make it to the finish line. And we're going to get started. So we want you to do what you love and the money will follow. We want you to begin to brainstorm this process for step one. We're going to take everything that you know, we're going to dump it onto a piece of paper. You're going to do a massive brain dump and come up with ideas of the things that you love, the things you want to do. And you'll find this exercise, brainstorm side hustle ideas, on page 2 of the worksheet. You're going to find out the good and the bad of the things that you like to do, want to do about your job or passions, side job, your strengths and weaknesses, the things you love and the things that you hate. Getting to the point that if you push the value out, you give good packaging, you are enriching your customer's life, they're going to continue to buy, they're going to buy well, they're going to tell other people about your products and services, and then you will be happy. It'll be a balance. So I want you to go ahead and brainstorm the ideas that are on page 2 and 3 of your planner. Take the time, go through the list, don't throw anything away, don't toss anything. It can have your hobbies on it, you can, split everything up, but don't think anything stupid or dumb. You're going to keep it on paper. We're going to go over those ideas, and we'll be able to weed out what you can and cannot utilize. Okay, that's it for step 1. See you then. Okay, welcome back. How'd you do? You should see that many of your ideas on paper are now beginning to come into focus. Whether you keep them or not, it's the things that make up you on the inside. They are your likes, your dislikes. They are what you are imagining about this online business that you want to start, the side gig, the hustle. All of this are visions of the things that you like about your job that you're currently at and don't like about it. Or you could have added, anything about a product that that you created and you don't want to keep certain parts of it, you want to make changes. This brainstorming will help you get those ideas on paper. So at this moment, I want you to close your eyes and envision the name of the company, the logo, your business cards, your ads, the color scheme that you selected for all of your documents, the business website, the layout of the website. Just close your eyes and envision that. I want you to think of things you want for your side business to be prosperous. Remember, nothing's stupid. You're now envisioning that business. You can even imagine walking through the doors if you like. Now, open your eyes. Nothing that you hate or do not want should be your vision, because that was not the exercise. If that's what you experienced, you need to go back, re-envision only the things that I asked you to envision. Then you're going to focus on that vision and know that you've completed step 1 of the create your side hustle income plan in a weekend. I'm going to leave you to go over that list, that thought and vision that you just had to do with the how to do, and I will meet you at step 2. Hi, welcome back. Welcome to step 2, create your side grind income plan. Um, this particular step, we don't want you to select the wrong side gig. It's important to make sure that you select the thing that you love. Now that you've completed our brainstorming list in step 1, it's time to review those options. And you're going to decide what's plausible, what's feasible, what's workable, and what can sustain you for long term. Then after that, the last thing you want is to let something you once loved turn into burnout. So we don't want to go into having you planning for a gig that you don't like, that you don't want to really do, you just want some extra money. So we don't want that. You'll end up hating what you actually don't want to do. You'll end up hating it. So if you want to write books or novels or create wigs, design nails, open up a tech online, sell domain names, do lawn care, whatever it is, or sell clothes and shoes, sunglasses, whatever you want to do you love doing it? Do you love doing it but detest reaching out to prospects? You're going to discover how, within this planning session, ways to overcome those dilemmas, how to overcome those obstacles or those barriers. But in the planning stages, it's best that we do it now within the 12 steps so that anything that comes up, anything that you get stuck on, you will be able to weather the storm, resolve them, make proper decisions as an entrepreneur, and then move on before you actually launch. So now is the perfect time to dream big instead of aiming for just some extra cash or some extra money. Remember, the brainstorming is over, and figure out what it is that you want to do. You have my permission to dream big, and you also need to give yourself permission. You need to know that the only person that can stop you from achieving that success is you. So you're going to break out your journal at this point. You're going to, whether it's a journal or a simple notebook, allow yourself time to daydream about that side gig and the lifestyle it allows you to have. So now we're focusing on the lifestyle. So you're going to write down these hopes and dreams and remember to dream big. So this exercise can be found on page 4 of the worksheet. And it begins with you having 3 options: things that make you excited, how you're going to get started, does your personality fit or match the gig, is it a long-term job or gig. We also want you to focus on how do you start this business so that you're working smarter and not harder. And I think that here, this actually should be not what you're doing. You want to work smarter. And not harder. But I also want you to dream big and work on the exercise, and then I will see you to discuss your brainstorming. How do you do? Now you see where your side hustle will take you. You just envisioned that lifestyle that you wanted to live based on that side gig making you money, sufficing a lifestyle that you want to accomplish. Now, in that vision, do you now have more time to spend with family and friends? We all need it. We all want it. Can you now afford to pay for the things you really want? Do you have enough money to afford the details on your home and where you want to live? Those are things that you should be focusing on in order to motivate yourself to make the correct decisions when starting this online business, taking that side gig or idea to the next level. We're going to go ahead and move on to step 3. And if you need to continue to brainstorm, remember this is a self-paced course and webinar. You can stop it at any time. I also included blank forms and blank slides so that you can take resting points and accomplish what you need to accomplish. Rest, take a break, rewrite, re-brainstorm, research, whatever you need to do. Okay, see you then. Hi, welcome back. Welcome to step 3, create your side grind income plan. Do you know who your dream client is? It's a great question. Every person has one, and she's as unique as you are, as different as you are, and how you are when you make a decision to purchase a product or service. You know that you are satisfying the uniqueness and the individuality of yourself. And your client or customer is the same way. You're satisfying their need and their want. And they are desperate. Just like when you make a purchase, you are desperate too. So in this step, you'll dig in and you're going to get to know your dream clients' hopes, dreams, their struggles and triumphs. And why is this step important? Because it's quite simple. Because you can't please everybody. You cannot sell to the 9 billion people that are in the world. If you believe that you can sell to them, you are not facing reality. It's impossible. It is impossible. Business 101 teaches us that you cannot sell to everyone. You're going to get your hopes disappointed. You're going to get your dreams disappointed. And here's why. Everybody's not going to like what you're selling. Everybody's not going to like you. Everybody's not going to like, they might like you and don't like your products. They might like your products and don't like you. So you cannot sell to everyone. Everybody has different personalities, different experiences. They could be turned off for that day, turned back on the next day. So you cannot sell to the 9 billion people in the world. Therefore, we're going to show you how to market to your target, how to aim for your target by using the marketing mix. It's how to think about this. I'm going to give you a way to think of this. Think about the big discount stores, the ones that try to sell to everybody. Everything's there, no matter what the price is. Everything is there. When you have certain stores that only sell high-end items, or a specialized boutique that sells specific or certain types of clothing or gifts. They're looking, a smaller boutique is more focused on getting to know the client, their clientele, selling them specific purpose value, selling them value that they know that a person would be willing to pay for. A big box store is uninterested in trying to sell you valued items. They're just not. So there's a difference. A smaller boutique sells what their clients need. So knowing who your dream clients are, it improve your products, your services, your customer service. It will improve that because you'll be trying to satisfy your customer by improving on innovating, repackaging, gifts, incentives. You'll be focused on that. So you should know that your dream client, who that dream client is, when you're planning and marketing and advertising. And you're going to do this wisely. So there's no sense in marketing your business on social media when your client is really not on that platform. Even though social media is an avenue to sell on, and almost 85% of the businesses will go there, there are businesses that are not online, and there are customers that are probably local that do not utilize a smartphone or a computer or other digital technology. So you have to find your customer, your dream client, and market to them. That way you'll receive the ROI, which is return on investment, and you'll see that your marketing and your advertising efforts, they will pay off. So I want you to, in this next exercise, dig deep to describe your dream client. Your marketing efforts will come easier when you're thinking of a specific person. So you're going to be speaking to that person during this exercise, and after the exercise, you'll have your own client avatar to speak to. So I'm going to have you do the exercise and focus on creating that dream client. So you're going to find out the problem that you are going to solve with your product and service for your dream client, and you're going to find out how much value that problem of the dream of that dream client. There are also what we call marketing mix. So you're going to find out first the demographics of the person. That is, whether they're male or female, if they are married, single, divorced, or widowed. Their ages, are they in their 20s? Are they in their 30s? Are they in their 60 plus? You're going to find out if they are a business owner, an employee, stay-at-home mom, a student, or a stay-at-home parent. If they are a homeowner or a renter, are they local? Are they, do they have to travel? You're also going to find out their income, what they earn annually or monthly. Also, do they have college degrees? Are they a high school graduate? What is their economic social status? Do they have children, stepchildren? What are their ages? How many children do you have? If the person has a pet or not. If they own cars or don't they? You also want to find out their hobbies. This is called finding your demographics to determine your marketing mix. And on this exercise, you're going to write out a complete client avatar. You're going to describe that person, whether it's him or her. You're going to give it a name. If you can write it, you're more than welcome to draw it if you want to do so. But we also have like a website that you can go to create the avatar. Remember, you're focusing your dream client on who needs the most help from you and who is willing to pay good money for the value that you. This is my avatar that I created. I created it at myblueavatar.com. And as you can see, I was able to decorate her with the clothing and glasses, named her. And when you're doing so, remember to describe your customer to me so that we can create your ideal customer. I'm going to give you a little time so you can complete the exercise in step 3. This will end our video for this time. We will move on to see how you do. Now, you should be able to see from the steps 1 through 3 the value that you want to have placed in your products and services. You should see that you are able to provide the service and product to your customers and satisfy them. Are you satisfying your customers with the needs that you put on paper? Are you satisfying their needs? Does the customer believe in what you are selling is of value to them, which is very important? Are they going to benefit from it? Are they going to be enthused, excited about using your product and service? Are they going to share that experience with other people? Will your customers send you or can continue to come back consistently? Will they look forward to new products from you, new design, creativity? You know, are they looking for you to continue and be consistent with offering them good products and services that they can benefit from and be happy? They receive something of value when they give you their money. That's very important for you to begin to get in your mindset. Think of your customers as if you were a customer, how you are satisfied when you make a purchase. So I'm going to go ahead and leave you for now. Give you time to go over your planner, what you already experienced so far with documenting your goals and your planning. Take the time to just let everything marinate in the first 3 steps. You should have a good feeling. You should know that we'll soon be moving forward with the planning, and you'll be able to see the steps taken action, because you are taking steps to get from 1 startup to step 12, launching the actual online business. All right, see you soon. Okay, welcome to step 4, create your side grind income plan. And we're going to go over finding out who your competitors are. It's important for you to know and to scope out the competition. You have to know the difference between an idea and a viable business, a business that's prospering, a business that has the potential to prosper. The best way to see what's working is for you to get out and find out what is going on with your competition. So I want you to not be scared away from the competition, because just like they're making money, selling the same products or similar products and services, then you can too. Why? Because it's already been proven that people are willing to pay for what they are selling. So, for instance, think about the grocery store shelves. Think about how many products are on that shelf. And the same products are competing against different brands. Now, think about what you're selling and your competition on that shelf. You have to know that you are able to sell your brand as well. There's room for you to sell your brand and your service. So get into the mindset of that you are an entrepreneur, you're starting a business, and there's room for you to sell as well. McDonald's is not worried about Burger King. Burger King is worried about McDonald's. McDonald's not worried about Wendy's, and so on and so forth. So you have to think like that too. They'll open up shop right next to each other. Go in the mall, they'll open up right next to each other. They are not worried about their competition. And you need to know that you don't have to worry about them as well, as long as you are supplying your customers services and products that you're offering with value. So when you're doing your research, we're going to go out and you're going to do research. You're going to scope the competition. You're going to take note of your competitors, their physical location, if they strictly work online or do have the physical address, if they are networking with other businesses and customers instead of worrying about online networking, if it's a larger business, if the business has been in operation for many years. Although this may be intimidating, I don't want you to be scared off. So instead, look for the inspiration that they're able to give by you knowing that you have an idea that is able to be sold to vying customers. So embrace the competition, be inspired by them, and find a way to serve your customers better than them. Okay, so we're going to go into the next exercise within step 4, and you are going to go to page 7 of the worksheet. You're going to identify who your competitors are. You can make a telephone call, get to find out, ask them about a product or service, how long they've been in business. I don't know if you can ask them that or not, about how long. I mean, just ask them the questions. Some may be, a little bit where you're asking questions that if you are a customer, it would be totally different. What time you close? How much does this cost? That type of question. So you want to find out and identify who your competitors are, their names, if they have a website and that website address, the contact information, who owns the business, and the product and services that they are selling. And that way you will know who your competition is, who you are going to be competing with for customers. If you take in mind that you take their idea and you're not going to duplicate it, but you're going to make it better, and you're going to be inspired by what it is they're selling or what they're doing. So competition is not all bad. Embrace it and keep focused. And just a heads up to you, today's online influencers are not worried about competition. They are not. And that's why they're winning at this. they are not worried about competition. And so I think you need to take in that you can do this, you can make it happen, you can accomplish what you want to do with that business. Don't be camera shy or presentation shy, or believing that people are not going to be supportive or they're not going to like it. It's so what if they don't? As long as you're providing value, you just go ahead, full stream ahead, and make it happen. So remember that you need to find out who your competitors are, and you're going to do so by listing down their name, the address, and their product and service. And mine are other coaches and resume writers. Now, it's not necessarily, when I think about other coaches actually we're serving, because it's a service, you're serving that individual. And so that individual has to be satisfied. You have to be able to, make sure the needs of that customer on an individual basis is being satisfied. So it's an individual thing when it comes to a service. It's the likeliness and the personality. It's a whole bunch of things that go with servicing or providing services or service industry, type thing here. And so I'm going to give you time to scope your competitors, and we will come back to you, see how you're doing, and to move forward to the next video. See you then. How did you do? Now, in order for you to know what your competition is doing, remember you have to research and find out. Now, once you've taken that step, you should know what products they're selling, how long they've been in business, if they are running a brick and mortar or an online store. What did you or what didn't you like about the company, the owner, the products and services, the colors? What is it? This is what your dream client or customers will be thinking about when they are seeking out you. So I'm going to give you a little bit more time to let that marinate, get your ideas together. Remember, this is a self-paced course, a webinar. Let your ideas flow, get motivated, get inspired, know you can do it. Do not stop. Continue on. We are living in a technological time here where everything will be going to digital and online, and getting that business started now, feeling comfortable doing it, is an okay process. It's okay. And I'm going to wish you well. Hi, this concludes part 1, intro to step 4 of Create Your Side Grind Income Plan in 10 Days by LMJohnson. For more information, visit www.lmjohnsoncoaching.com. And there is a part 2 and part 3 of this webinar course. Part 2 will detail and include step 5 to step 8, part 3, step 9 to step 12, and step 12 would include the launch. See you then.